Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight?
All right.
Good, good. So you guys thought you were just going to come in and get your rings tonight, didn't you? Yeah. Nope. You're going to have to listen to some speeches first, so get comfortable. All right? First off, I want to start with some thank yous that I need to share. First, thank you to all the parents and family members that are here this evening. You have given up time, money, plenty of hours on the road to support your soccer player, and we could not be more thankful. I'm sure that you guys have told your parents that over and over again, right?
No.
Probably not. Why don't we turn around and thank them right now? Turn around and thank your parents. There we go.
Gino.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you to Coach Blair and his coaching staff. You are all outstanding coaches, excellent role models, and even better people. And I'm honored to call you all friends. Except for you, Mr. Bose. I'm joking. You're still my friend. Thank you to Coach Hall. You are the GOAT, the godfather of Parkside soccer. And I am most happy for you that you will finally get your state championship and your... Speaking of rings, thank you to all of those who donated towards the purchase of these rings. And thank you to the board and the tremendous community support towards the purchase of these rings. Thank you to the McDonald's and the Pasta Sacks for the state championship shirts. Now I have both a short sleeve and long sleeve state championship t-shirts that I will proudly wear for years. Thank you. Thank you to Mrs. Obarski, who is your biggest supporter and fan this year and had an absolute blast being on the sidelines for your state championship win. Woo! Thank you to Cindy Riley. Is she back yet? No. I'm going to go ahead and say it now, but we're going to say it again when she gets here. Thank you to Cindy Riley. If not for her and her dedication to the health and well-being of this soccer team, we might not even be here to celebrate this team. So thank you to Cindy Riley for all of your hours for this team. And thank you to Jesse Driver, who most of you probably don't even know who he is. But if not for him, we would not be able to play on one of the best conditioned soccer fields in the entire state. He's out here every single day working on our field. Thank you to Jesse Driver. Enough with the thank yous. Here are some facts to put your state championship into perspective. Only 12 Parkside boys soccer teams have ever made it to the state Final Four. Only 12. Only 3 Parkside boys soccer teams have ever made it to the final. But only 1 team ever won the state title, and that's you guys.
Woo!
You are now only the 8th team in Parkside history to be an MPSSAA state champion. You now join 3 softball teams, a golf team, a girls basketball team, a field hockey team, and a boys lacrosse team as the only other Maryland state champions and the first since 2005. And your state semifinal game penalty shootout went 11 rounds. I still haven't been able to find out yet if it's the longest game to last in Maryland history, but thank goodness the good guys won that game. Before I go, I want to ask you to do one thing. Make sure that you cherish these moments. I am sure that many of you will be telling your children and grandchildren years from now about the time that you won a state championship. Trust me, I still haven't forgotten when my soccer team lost in the state semifinals. Every stinking time I drive across the Bay Bridge, one of the first signs I have to see is the turnoff for Cape St. Clair. Just down that road is Broadneck High School, where we lost 1-0 in overtime to Appleton, who did end up winning the state title a few days later. Remember that game, Coach? Sucked. So I never got to experience that state title on a team, but now thanks to you guys, I was able to experience it with you guys, even if it was just as your assistant principal. Congratulations to you all, the 2021 Parkside High School Boys Soccer Team, Maryland State Champions. But before you get too excited and think you're about to get your rings, first your head coach, Blair Osborne, with a 45-minute speech.
Yeah, Blair.
Does this sound good? Can you guys hear me? Think so? Okay, awesome. Well, Mr. Briggs originally told me that I was scheduled for a 30-minute speech. So take your time, kick your feet up, relax. I'm going to take my time up here. As many of you guys know, Mr. Osborne, I'm sorry, I'm not a youth anymore. Coach Osborne, I give very long speeches. So, when I look back at this season, at the very beginning of it, to those days in the summer where we had summer league, to the first couple days of tryouts, I think about kind of what everybody thought we were going to be this season. If you look back to the season before that, where we lost about 8 seniors, 6 of them I think were starters, I think everybody around us in the Bayside, across the state, thought that we were going to be down. And naturally, when you lose 6 starting positions and you got to fill in spots, most people would think, yeah, they're not going to have a season that they normally have. That's all we thought of. That's all we heard. A lot of schools had counted us out before the season even started. But that first day of summer tryouts, where we got after it with the running, the SU run, guys were puking all over the place, just like normal. Brady Mancher remembers that very well. But just that first day, the atmosphere out there. It wasn't like we lost a group of seniors of 8 guys. Young guys stepped up into leadership roles immediately. Everybody was rooting for each other. There was nobody out there for themselves. And I believe it was after our first scrimmage was about Cape Henlope, and I kind of thought about how that game went, and I looked at everybody and I said, guys, if we stick to this, we can be special. I think everybody there noticed after that game just the heart that every single player on this team had. And to accomplish that all season long, you guys went out and you did something that's never been done in the history of the school. That's you guys did that. And for me to be a part of that, I'm so thankful just to be able to be here, to be able to coach you guys, because in the end, you guys gave everything you could this season, and we made it to the very end, and we won the ultimate prize. And that's something that's never been done, and it's always going to be super special to me. I look back at our playoff run. We started with North Carolina, we had a win there, and then we had Kent Island back at home. We tied that game earlier in the season. That was one I know we all wanted. It was really rainy conditions that game, wasn't the best. And we talked about it. The team that's mentally in it, that's prepared to go out in this rain and just play hard, was going to be the team that came out on top. Guys, if you remember, they didn't want to play with us. We sent them back on the bus. I think it was like 5-2. They scored like a penalty kick and a free kick, I think it was. From there, hey, it's state quarters. We've done what we've accomplished, right? Beat everybody on the shore, and now we're across the bridge. Eastern Tech, the state quarterfinals. These guys came down, got off the bus like they were just, hey, we're on the Eastern Shore. We're playing the Eastern Shore team. It's going to be a cakewalk. Steven's not here tonight, but we scored, the first 45 seconds of that game. He rips a shot off the post, comes right back to him, fires it in the top corner, running around, celebrating. That team had no clue what was going on. They were looking, the coach was looking, and from there, we never looked back. We never looked back. The whole another 5-1 win against a team across the bridge, extraordinary. And then, the state semi. Here we are back. 2019 was where we went there my first year. It was cold, that huge field on Montgomery Blair, where we lost 2-0 to La Plata, I think it was. And to go back out there with that experience on that game, that was a very well-coached team that we played against. It was a battle for 100 minutes, double overtime, PKs, that was the first PK shootout as a head coach that I've ever had to take part of, and I'll remember it because one, I've decided that I don't watch penalty kicks when we take them, so when you guys took those PKs, I didn't watch a single one of them. I turned my back every time it shot because when I was in high school, and I've been a part of some PK shootouts where it didn't go the right way, so I just decided as a coach, hey, I'm not even going to look, I've got faith in you guys, and I remember we had to set the order. This is the first time I'd ever had to do it. And we had guys step up right away, Sam, Ozzy, Levi, Steven. They all were like, hey, coach, I want to take one. I'm like, awesome, thank you, because I'm sweating over here. I don't know if you guys are like, I don't know who's going to take it, coach. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're going to draw straws. But had some guys step up. And then, of course, you're like, all right, well, what's the rest of the order? And then I'm looking around, guys are kind of looking. Brady Manch's like, I'm not taking one. I was like, all right, Brady, that's fine. We'll put you last. Reese at Dairy Queen after the game comes up to me and goes, Coach, why'd you make me take one? I was like, Reese, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I'm glad you made it though. But just to be out there for that long, it was freezing cold. So for me to stand out there, I wasn't even the one taking it. I didn't have I'm just there for the ride. The nerves it had on me, and I can't even imagine for you guys to step up and place 11 PKs, and then come out on top. David, who's also not here, David all season long says, Coach, when are you going to let me take a penalty kick in a game? I'm like, never. Never, David. I know you're great at it, but I'm probably not going to let you do that. For him to step up and just ripped his, and then, hey, we went on to a state final. I think the emotion at that point, it didn't really hit me at first. I was celebrating that we won, and then I was like, well, now we've got a whole another week, and we're about to play in the state championship. To be honest, I would have never imagined that we would have gone as far as we did. Like for me, coaching, for Parkside, when I was here as a player, we never made it. We never won a regional final when I was here. So from my experience going that far, I wasn't prepared for it as a coach. It was the first time I had to do it. I'm like, whoa, we're playing in the state final. You guys are ready for it. Like we've all been all season long. Everybody asked, Coach, am I going back? I said, hey, stay ready, right? That's what I told everybody. But just the selfishness. A lot of people have asked me, hey, how would you describe this season in one word? And some might say successful, some might say incredible, but I think the word that sums up this group of guys right here is family. Family from the get-go, the start of the season to the end of the season. You guys are a group. From our whole program, not just varsity, but down to the JV as well. You can tell if you ever come out and watch a practice that these guys love each other, from the seniors to the freshmen. There's no, hey, there's nobody that's afraid of anybody. There's nobody that's kind of scared out there. Everybody's themselves. They accept one another. And as a coach, that's just the culture that I've always wanted to create. I'm so glad that I see that every day, that you guys are willing to accept the younger players. They look up to you guys, and just have fun out there, right? Because this is 4 years. It goes by quickly. And, it was one of my favorite parts of being in high school was athletics. And I'm just hoping that you guys have that same experience, just to be as incredible and have as much fun as I did. Hey, if we didn't be as successful as we were, but we were a tight group and a family, at the end of the day, I would be happy. The state final, well, that was an experience. The bus ride was exceptional. As soon as we won the state final, I don't know if it was Mona or who it was, but somebody said, Coach, are we going to ride the cheese wagon to the state final? And I was like, I hope not. But Coach Hall took care of that, got us a nice bus. It's just the experience, not just take away the game, the experience of riding a coach bus up to a D1 school, the beautiful facility. The locker room before the game was, for me, once again, I wasn't even playing, but just for me to be a part of it, in the locker room, looking around, I'm like, oh, we're about to play in the state final. I'm trying to, be serious, but in my mind, I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I've never ever would have thought that I'd be here. The locker room, music's playing, you guys are in the zone, getting dressed, and then we go out, and we did what we did all year long. 80 minutes of just togetherness, fight, the goal. We played so hard all game long. I think it's something that I'm never going to forget. In my mind, I can still picture it. It was like a free kick from the corner area. David came out and got it. Brady checked in, threw it to him. Brady touches it out to Luke with a speed, sprint down, and then as a coach, you're sitting here, I see Luke with the ball running, and I see Brady in the middle, and there's one defender, and I'm just like, Luke, please play it. I'm like, please, I know he was going to do it, but I was like, Luke, he's there, and it went like right through the defender's legs, I think, and then it came to Brady, and I was like, Brady, please score this goal. Please score this goal. Because Brady, as Brady knows, Brady, we could have had 7 or 8 more, I think, and he knows one-on-ones where he's either hit the post or just missed wide. He was so unlucky. And one day at practice, we had a drill specifically for Brady. You guys probably remember, we lined up about midfield. I said, all right, I'm going to kick the ball. You guys are going to run full speed, and someone's going to chase it down, and we're going to work on just finishing it on a one-on-one. And you know, Brady, well, that was your left foot, right, Brady? Yeah, it was his left foot, taps it in the corner, and in my mind, I'm ready to go crazy. But then I look over down the line, and I see Coach Hall, and I was frozen for a second. Everyone's running around celebrating. I see Coach Hall, he takes his hat off, he throws it, he's running around jumping and screaming. I've never seen Coach Hall move like that. I was like, Coach, we scored. You know, just that for me, seeing how excited Coach Hall was when that ball went in. And I was just like, wait, there's 20 minutes left and we're up 1-0 in the state final. So once again, in my mind, I'm going crazy, trying to keep it together. Like, all right, guys, just play defense. I mean, we could have scored 2 or 3 more. And like I said, and we look at it, you know, state semi and state final, we didn't allow a goal. So defensively, in our mid, our whole team, the whole season, everybody defending, everybody attacking, to play in the 2 biggest games of the season and not allow a goal was exceptional, was absolutely exceptional. And you know, like I said, I go through my phone probably all the time. I look at the pictures, I look at the videos, and sometimes I still have a hard time believing that it was real. You know, I look at when the game was over, I have the view from the stands where everybody's running and screaming. I have views from the sideline. I've watched the game over and over again. And sometimes, like I said, it's still, to this day, kind of just, it's like, that happened. You know, and it was so cool to be able to share that experience. But once again, all the hard work went to you guys. All of it did. Everything that we did, you know, I'm just there. At the end of the day, I'm making subs in and out of the game. You guys are the ones playing hard. Being together, you know, it didn't matter if you were, maybe you didn't get as much playing time or you got a lot of it. When guys were in or out, everybody was supporting each other. You know, everybody, if the starters were out and maybe some other guys were in the game, those guys were cheering for you. If you were on the bench and maybe you didn't play as much as you wanted, you were still in the game cheering for everybody. And as a coach, you know, I can't ask for anything more than that. So once again, it was just an incredible experience. Once again, thank you to the parents for willing to drop the kids off at 7 a.m. for tryouts or practice every day in the summer. Thank you to the McDonald's and the Pasta Sacks for the shirts and all the other parents that have helped supply food, everything like that. I'll be at 100%. I'm not the best with all that extra stuff. You know, coaching soccer, I'll do my job, but outside of it, I could not do this without you guys. So thank you all so much for all the support through that. To my coaches, you know, Coach Bo's first year as our JV head coach, absolute excellent role model for our younger players. Great job there. Coach Collins, first season with us. What a first year, right, Coach Collins? First year state championship. But Coach Collins worked with our goalies all season long. If you've never seen him play goalie, he's a fantastic goalie. So I know every day he's got our guys drilling. He's doing a great job with them. Coach Zach, you know, Coach Zach gets stuck doing the warm-up every day, which our boys enjoy so much. But he's willing to do anything that we ask him to. And then, you know, last but not least, Coach Hall. I can't thank you enough for everything that you did when I was a player and a student here. Coach Hall was one of the main reasons that I wanted to get into physical education, teaching, and coaching. So to kind of follow in his footsteps has been it's been awesome for me. Little story, just real quick. I'll wrap it up soon. I might be hitting my 30 minutes here soon. But a couple years ago, when the head coaching position opened up at Parkside, at first I didn't know if I wanted to take it. You know, I think I was 24 at the time. I was like, I think I'm just content being a volunteer. You know, whoever gets a job, I'm here to help however I can. And I'll never forget it. It was the day after track practice. Coach Hall and I were watching a lacrosse game, and he looked at me and he goes, "Are you going to apply for this head coach position or not?" And at that point, anybody, who's been around Coach Hall, it wasn't him telling me I needed to do it or forcing me to do it, but I was like, that's Coach Hall telling me that he believes in me. And I took that, and I couldn't be more thankful for him kind of pushing me in the right direction, because I'm so proud of this group. I'm so proud of this program and everything that we've done. So thank you, Coach Hall, for everything that you've done for me throughout the years. You've been a great mentor to me, and I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. And then lastly, the administration, Mr. Barsky, Mr. Briggs, just everything putting this on. The parade through the school was amazing, incredible experience. The bus ride home where we got, the escort, just everything that went into this is just awesome. At the end of the day, I can't thank everybody around me enough, because it really takes a village to make this program so great. And everyone has just done such an awesome job and helped me out in so many ways, and I just couldn't be more thankful. So thank you guys. Our seniors, we're going to miss you guys. I think only 2 of them are here, Brady and Sam. Hope you guys come back for our alumni game if you're able to. We always do our odd graduation years versus our evens. Our series is tied up 1-1 now. So you guys are even, I believe, correct? I'm losing 2022, even. So you'll be on Coach Zach's team. So Coach Zach is happy to recruit you guys for the alumni game. I'm unfortunately an odd, so if you can't make it, Brady, Sam, it's okay. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'd love to have you guys back. But yeah, and to the guys that are back, another year, 2, 3, however many it may be, when it comes up, we're just ready to roll again. Ready to go as far as we can go and work hard every day, and I'm looking forward to it. And I could not ask once again for a greater group to be out here and coach. So thank you all for everything. Thank you so much.
I'm really glad that we hired you. Really glad. Cindy Riley, get back here. She's chasing children. Cindy! All right, while we're waiting for Cindy. Oh, there she is! Now, can we get a round of applause for Cindy Riley? Thank you for everything and all the many hours that you've spent with our boys. We are so thankful and so appreciative. Can I quickly have Brady, Sam, and Levi, if you could walk with me over this way. Sam. I don't know if you guys noticed today, but there is an extra banner up here. You can probably figure out what's behind it, okay? And actually, before I go on, just so we know, the reason this banner is up here right now, Coach Hall and his wife were here yesterday on a Sunday for 4.5 hours. Andy and that thingamajig over there that lifts you up in the air, okay? That's what Coach Hall and Joanne mean to Parkside. Out here on a Sunday, 4.5 hours, so this is up here, okay? Yes. I don't think we can get all 3 of you on the ladder. Brady, why don't you're senior captain, goal scorer. You're gonna get up here, I'm gonna watch this and hold it for you. This is OSHA approved. Yeah, just get up there and yank it. And hopefully the whole thing won't pull down. There we go. Okay, so you guys actually want to get rings, don't you? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've been told that if we just pass them out individually, then one person's going to open up and no one's going to pay attention. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be like Christmas morning. You're going to come up, you're going to get your bag, and you're going to wait, okay? You're going to wait like for your other siblings and brothers and sisters, okay? Do not open your package until I tell you to, okay? If you do open it, it's coming back to me. So here's what we're going to do. Actually, if a couple of the coaches want to come up and help, we're just going to call the names. You guys come get your bag, sit down, and then we'll all open them together in just a few minutes.
Ethan.
Aw. Yay. Aw. Mistaken. It's working. They probably will, yeah.
Thank you guys for being outstanding listeners. Well done. Okay, go ahead, open up your bags. You should have a nice state championship jacket in there and a ring. Feel free to check it out.
Nice.
And don't worry, parents, when we're all said and done, we will have plenty of time set aside for plenty of photo ops and everything for you, okay?
Okay, good. Of course you can put them on, yeah. Remember, guys, we measure to you right hand, this finger. The ring finger.
Known as the ring finger.
Ring finger.
I think so. Don't break it. How's it fit? How's the jackets? How the jackets look? Did you see the jackets?
Oh, wow. Yeah, pretty cool.
On the other hand,
Once you guys
I'll
actually
figure it
get
out.
the jackets, you go ahead
Figure it out.
for photo ops and stuff. Go ahead and put the jackets on. When we're all said and done, we'll have. I do want to have a great team photo with the players with their jackets on and the rings. So yeah.
Yeah, put them on. Where's your jacket,
Okay.
Brian?
What's that?
Where's your jacket? Put it on. Okay. What, you've already done wearing it?
Gino, your right hand, not your left.
It's fine.
So just gonna roll in.
Feeling like Ethan should have taken a
Wait,
flannel
here's
shirt
the
off.
important question. Meienschein. Did we spell your name correctly?
Oh.
No, on the jacket too. Check for me.
Gino's taking a long time to look. Oh,
It's right. Ian, is it right? Yes.
Hey! it's a problem. Spelling their name right. Pull that jacket out.
Yes. Yes.
I may regret this later on. I've been told by a few players that they would like to give a speech. So, are we okay with that, parents? We'll still get you out of here by 8 o'clock, don't worry.
All right. I don't know if I'm a good speaker or not. I haven't really been given a chance before, but we'll find out. Not as long as Blair's, obviously, but I just want to kind of go through the experience that I had that Blair was able to give me through the state championship. So we were told as a team that if you're not on practice on Friday, you're not going to make the game on Saturday. You're not going to start the game. You'll be there, but you won't start. And the whole time, we're sitting there waiting for David Fuller to show up. And we're counting down the minutes, and I'm joking around, and I'm like, man, he'll show up, it's fine. He's just running a little bit late. 30 minutes go by, I'm getting more serious, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's Friday. We play tomorrow morning. And then all of a sudden, it comes to the last drill, and we have about 15 minutes left, and I'm like, I gotta lock in. I'm starting tomorrow. And I mean, that realization after practice when I go for Coach Blair, and he's just looking at me and he's like, you ready? And I'm like, no, but I say yes, I'm ready. And that whole night, I had to work. I go to work, and they're all telling me to go home. I'm like, no, I need to make money, but thank you. And, you know, that night, that morning, is just a surreal experience for me. I can't thank Blair enough for letting me start that game. And I'm trembling a little bit, so I guess I'm not a good speaker. I'm feeling a little low. But let me just huddle with the ring finger here. I'm really grateful that Blair stuck to his word and was able to give me the start, because this experience and I mean being in the paper here, I mean, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
And I'm pretty sure you made 2 saves in the first half that if both of those go in, we're probably not winning.
So, I don't know if anybody remembers, but I know like a lot of the freshmen and sophomore do. This is my first speech as a Parkside Ram. I was forced to do this as a freshman, so this is the first one. But I just want to say something about the culture of us at Parkside. So, at the beginning of the season, again, we were told that, you know, we're not going to win a lot of games this season. We're going to be down, not as good as we were last year, the previous years, but we don't let it face us. We worked hard in practice. Everybody here gave heart. Everybody gave soul. Right? We all worked hard as we could be, right? And next thing I want to say is that I thank Coach for this too, because we didn't go into the season saying we're going to win a state championship. We went into the season saying we're going to go game by game. So we play Pocomoke, we're going to beat Pocomoke. We play Crystal, we're going to beat Crystal. And we took it all the way to the season, and we won this thing. So I'm just proud of all our boys, and I thank all the coaches, and that's all I have.
Anyone else? Gino?
It's your last chance. Hey, seriously, thank you to you two, because that took absolute nerves to get up here and do that. I'm actually getting a little teary-eyed just thinking about the fact that you guys came up here and did that. And I appreciate that you guys still wanted to speak to your coaches, to your teammates, and to your parents. That was really cool. Thank you both. All right, so I think right now we're gonna conclude the, oh my goodness, I forgot, Boss Lady is here. I forgot, I'm sorry, that's our nickname for her. Boss Lady is here.
So Mr. Briggs was feeling teary-eyed. You guys actually had me teary-eyed there, so thank you. You guys are just amazing. And I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I know you want to sport your rings, get your photos, and so I'm going to be really brief. First, I would just like to give a really big round of applause to Mr. Briggs. This is him right here. I want you guys to know that. He wanted to make this really special for you guys, and he definitely did. So thank you, Mr. Briggs. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this celebration. I have thoroughly enjoyed watching your soccer season unfold this year, and I feel so extremely honored and so very blessed to be a part of your amazing accomplishment. So I'm just going to leave you with one quote. Excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. You came into this season with intention, purpose, and excellent effort, seeing your obstacles as opportunities to make this vision a reality, and here you are. I hope you will carry this moment with you in your memory for the rest of your life. And in 10 or 20 years, if you need a reminder, we invite you right on back here to Parkside. You can come in here and you can reminisce all over again. I'm honored to be your principal. I'm proud of your accomplishment, and I look forward to what's ahead for each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We wanna get a nice team shot of all the players, the coaches, everyone together. We get them lined up over here on this side, and then at that point, once we get them lined up, you guys come down, we can take some shots of the entire team, again, with their jackets on, You know, we'll do a couple shots, front of the jacket, back of the jacket, rings and all that. And then once we've got those team pictures, then you guys go to your parents, show your parents. Those rings, they're really cool looking. They're really cool. And they're big too. You feel like world champions right now, right? Exactly. I feel like Tom Brady, but he had like 7 of them. But, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and come on over here. I think this might be a good shot. We'll get the team shots. And then you can go ahead and get as many pictures as you want around the building with the, what do you call this, backdrop, the soccer ball, everything.